Hey guys, I'm Cassandra T and welcome back to my channel. Sorry if I'm a little tired today. I'll be chugging a lot of this during this week's video, okay? I need my energy. This week's video is going to be a story time. As you can see in the title, it's about a crazy roommate that I've had. And I've had a lot of crazy roommates before, like a lot of them. I've also had a lot of great roommates as well, but nobody wants to hear about that. Like, oh, I moved in with someone and we got along and it was great. So this week's story is about a crazy roommate that I had a long time ago, and I'm going to change her name for the video, but hopefully I don't slip and say her real name because I totally would do something like that. So I moved in with this girl, let's call her Debbie, okay? I had just moved back to Las Vegas after living in Eugene, Oregon for a while. And this girl, Debbie, was the only girl that I really kept in contact with when I had moved to Oregon. I had a couple more friends that I was in contact with too, but she was one of the main ones that I had contact with. So Debbie needed to move out of her mom's house, and I was only living with my parents temporarily when I moved back to Vegas, so her and I decided to get an apartment together. Now, we found an apartment, beautiful, great apartment, but I had already told her in the beginning that I couldn't afford this apartment because I was going to college and only working for like $10 an hour part-time at 2 jobs. She agreed to pay a little bit more rent to compensate. Why did I put skate in there? What am I for? Compensate. I told you I was tired. Compensate for the fact that I could not afford to pay that much for this really nice apartment. So we are about to move in. We signed the lease. We got the apartment really quickly. Everything was A-okay. And her and I decided, let's go to lunch and like discuss some things about moving in together and whatever. The only information that I got about her was on our way to lunch, I saw these scratch marks on her leg because it was summer and she was wearing like these short shorts. And I looked at Debbie and I was like, what's with the scratch marks? She responds back with nothing. And I'm like, okay. And she had 2 dogs, 2 pugs, so I figured maybe her dog scratched her leg up. And I said, oh, did your dog scratch up your leg? Or, you know, what? Like, were they playing with you and they scratched up your legs? Because you've got a lot of scratches on your legs. And she had a lot of them, like a lot. And they looked painful. Finally responds to me and turns and looks at me with this fucking look like she got possessed by a demon, alright? Like, you know, Exorcist blah style. She turns her head and looks at me and she goes, I just cut my legs for no reason, okay? Now, not to make light of people that cut themselves or are depressed or whatever. I know this is a serious issue out there. I'm not making light of this or making fun of anybody for that. But this is just telling you where she was at mentally for me to be moving in with her. After I find that out, which, by the way, my first reaction was, wow, that's information I could have used yesterday when we signed the lease, the 1-year lease together. I could have used this, hey, by the way, I know, like, you know, we're gonna move in together and stuff, but just so you know, I cut my legs and I do a lot of other weird shit that you're gonna find out later. Let a girl know before you move in some stuff like that. Okay, so I decided to look past that because I had to, because we already signed the lease. We were already moving in. Like, I already told my parents that I was moving out, and my parents needed to move out of the house that they were in, so it's not like I could back out. Like, I was stuck. I was trapped, okay? So we move into this apartment, and now keep in mind that I had just moved back to Las Vegas from Oregon, okay? And I had moved here in a car with nothing but anything I could fit in there. Like, I brought what I could fit into my car. That's it. So clothes, important things like that, that's it. And Debbie's mom decided to buy some furniture for the house. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. She bought brand new, nice, really nice furniture, like a nice sectional couch, really nice dining room set, like nice stuff. So we move in, everything seemed okay. She seemed a little off. We move in and it's been about 2 weeks that we've moved in there, and I was sitting on the couch doing homework and had some TV on in the background for some white noise. And Debbie comes home and just fucking dart stares at me like, yeah! What are you doing? Sitting on the couch? You can't do that. I was like, I'm sorry, what? You can't do that. And I said, again, I'm sorry, what? She goes, that couch is not for sitting on. I was like, what is this couch for then if it's not for sitting on? Because last time I checked, couches were made for you to sit on them. I didn't know that there was a secret reason to have a couch besides sitting on it. And then she storms into her room and then slams the door, and 2 seconds after she goes into her room, she starts texting me. That was whack. You're standing here talking to me face to face and then you run to another room and start texting me? Just, no. No. She texted me and said, that couch is for decoration and also for guests only. And I said, okay, what? She goes, it's for guests only, but you're not allowed to have guests on it. I'm like, oh, so let me get this straight. This couch is for you and your guests, and I'm allowed to just look at it? No. So we finally let the couch thing go, and it had been a few days, and something really whack happened. And I forgot to tell you guys what kind of roommate she was straight out from the beginning. I forgot to mention this. But she's one of those people that labels her food, which is it's just psychotic, okay? If you're gonna move in with someone and you're about to have a roommate, please don't be that person that writes your name on everything. Like, don't be that asshole, okay? They know what they bought, you know what you bought. If you share a little bit, whoopity fucking do. You're sharing a house, what? You can't share some chips? Like, really? Relax. So I come home from school and I'm in a rush because like I went to school from 8 to 11 and then at noon I had to work a double shift at 2 different jobs until 3 a.m. Okay? So I come home from working both of my jobs and having like, I don't know, almost a 24-hour freaking day. And I noticed I stepped on something in the living room and it felt like paper. I turn on the light in the living room and I look onto the ground and it's a post-it note next to a pen. And the post-it note said, it had a note on it saying, not okay, with an arrow pointing at the pen that I had left on the floor. A pen! Really? I bet you anything she'd picked up that pen that was on the floor and wrote that note with it and then put it back. What the fuck? Such a petty person. I throw away the note, I put away the pen, I didn't feel like dealing with it anymore. I was like, whatever, she's fucking nuts. I'm going to bed, I'm tired, I'm not gonna even deal with her text message war that she wants to have probably about this. Then about a week and a half later, I come home from another double shift, but I didn't go to school that day, so I came home a little earlier in the evening, like 8 or 9. And as I come home, her boyfriend's sitting on the couch, which, by the way, the sacred couch that no one's supposed to be sitting on, he's sitting on it. Her boyfriend warns me before I go into my room. Warns me, before you go in your room, take a deep breath. And I was like, what the hell did she do now? He goes, just remember she's crazy. Like as if that's okay. Like, just remember she's crazy, okay? It's okay. She's just crazy. So I go into my room, and earlier that morning before I left for work, I had a bowl of cereal. I rinsed it out, put it in the sink, and then headed out. She put the bowl in a grocery bag, tied it up with water still in the bowl, and put it on my bed with a 3 to 4 page note stapled to it. Reasons why it's rude to leave a bowl in the sink. I'm yelling. I'm yelling. I am aware I'm yelling. She left a note. A 3 to 4 page note. I could not write a 3 to 4 page note why it's rude to leave a dish in the sink. I couldn't even write a 3 to 4 page note why I hate this crazy bitch because I don't have the time for that. You have no life to where you have to do that. And it was a rinsed out bowl. And I had only left it there that morning. Like, do you not realize how psychotic you're being when you're writing this note, lady? God. It's like she wanted me to be a part of her crazy club and turn crazy with her because she was making me close. I finally lost it. I didn't even approach her about the note because every time I tried to talk to her about a problem, she'd run to her room and text me about it, and it just drove me insane. So I didn't say anything to her about it. I asked around to all my friends, figured out another place to live, and by God, I found someone else to live with, and I gave her 30 days notice and let her know that I already told the office that I'm getting my name off the lease, and I gave her 30 days and I said, I'm leaving, I'm out, bye-bye. She just looks at me and she goes, I guess I can at least have the couch to myself now. Granted, when she told me not to sit on her couch anymore, I didn't sit on her couch ever again. I think I might have accidentally, like, leaned on it once. Oh. On moving day, I thought to myself, It's not fair that nothing has happened to this girl. Like, she has treated me like crap. I was going to school full-time, working 2 part-time jobs, really chaotic schedule, and doing the best I can to accommodate her crazy needs, but she didn't do jack shit for me. And she was a terrible person. And I was like, you know what? I need to do something to her to make her learn a lesson. I remember one time she got mad at me for taking a cup of her rice. She had like these giant Costco size bags, and she had 3 of them in a cupboard. She came into my room once and was like, did you take a cup of my rice? Because fucking God knows that she probably measures every grain before she leaves. I didn't take any of her rice, but she accused me of it. And that's when I got the idea. Ding! I open up the cupboard where the rice is, and I stab holes in the bottom of it. The bottom, so that you can't see it. So that way when she picks it up, because she would clean that cupboard once a week, even though there was nothing to clean in there, she would pick up the rice in there and it would just go all over the floor. All 3 bags of rice. That's right, 3 entire like 5-pound bags of rice is gonna go all over her precious floor. The best part about it is I left a note in the back of this cupboard, and it was on a Post-it note, of course. And you know what it said on it? Not okay. That's right. I gave her a taste of her own Post-it medicine. I was in the kitchen and I was like, I don't feel like that's enough. I need to do like 1 or 2 more things. I saw, now, okay, this is really messed up and a little gross and maybe a little overboard, but this lady pissed me off pretty bad, okay? There was a Post-it note next to these muffins she had just made, and on it said, "Don't eat my muffins!" Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. Oh, I hate you. I picked up the muffins and I licked each one on the top and put them back. The note said, "Don't eat my muffins." It didn't say, "Don't lick them and put them back." I guess the moral of this story is make sure you get to know somebody before you move in with them. My name is Cassandra T. I make videos every single Tuesday. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do more story times, because I've got a lot of crazy great stories to tell you. So please let me know in the comments if you like these and want me to do more of these. I will see you guys next Tuesday. Make sure that you subscribe, okay? Bye!